against the Bengals, looking to avoid their 7th straight loss to the Ravens. Can Cincinnati prevent another sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From his end zone, Wilson. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Bengals now with a long field ahead of them. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 25 carries, 129 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Brady's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A give. This is Cook. And he's across the 40. 3 extra yards to the 43. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Brady. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Brady going to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical? and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving. How
about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Stiff-armed him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. 2nd and 2. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from it.
Starting with a touchdown.
Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bengals have taken the lead. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And according to Next Gen Stats, pretty impressive. He covered an even 60 yards after the catch. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Fights loose. And he'll power his way up near the 25. This defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do, because defensively, you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker covering, cornerback covering, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brady now to throw. He's got his tight end Fant, and he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady to throw again. Going right back to Fant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cook running right. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving that.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Brady. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Holmes just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Raekwon Davis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up. Fields. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Oh, he bowls over it. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Flush to his right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the Bengals on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st down, it's Fields. Lets this one rip toward Graham. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They snap it to Fields. It's caught right side, it turns. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Here's Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Fields on third down. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. On first down, Fields. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Fields. Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now, I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Brady. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady setting up the screen for Cook. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now a second down and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. He'll dump this off to Cook. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And here back onto the field comes Jimmy Graham. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. Fields now to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing on first down is Brady. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, it's Brady. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Brady. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. To throw is Brady. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Here's Brady. Touchdown, Bengals. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bengals are once again going to
the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Slide for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. After trailing at halftime, he's got his guys in the lead, 3 touchdowns. His hot play from the first half, it's continued here in the third quarter.
And that's what you love to see, is that things didn't cool off at the halftime, didn't have that sense of self-satisfaction. I played a great game so far, I'm good. Continuing to play well, obviously wants to win.
Yeah, now they've turned a deficit into a lead.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Handoff comes to Cook. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Again, it's Cook. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now an option play on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Rosa's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Brady. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. William Golston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Fields. It's caught right side of turns. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Let's go. I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off play action, Fields. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dante Hightower able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now after the punt on that play, we got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. The tackle by Robert Quinn. So that one will be accepted. On second down, it's Cook again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. And Graham's got it over the middle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff looking right. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd down at 7. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Back to throw, Fields. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Rosas' kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Oh, look at the juke. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now Brady. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw, Brady. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. To throw is Brady. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Brady to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And now here come the Ravens. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down at 4. Fields now to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. William Golston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime of the opening drive. To throw is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down. This one caught by Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what... Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights, and they have regained the lead. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now You know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Ravens, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.